So Mum came to visit, and I thought, right, what can we do, right? Because, you know, my mum's a tourist, and, you know, I live here, we should do something touristy. And I was like, we'll go ice skating, because everything she does at home, she does on ice. Jack Daniels, Bacardi. In our house, Sleeping Beauty on ice is basically a cocktail with a date rape drug in it, right? So I took my 60-year-old mother ice skating. Yeah, she slipped over and cracked her pelvis. Yeah, I know. But we did discover on the upside, if one of you's in a wheelchair, you can get into the aquarium for free. Especially if you make your mum out to be a vegetable. Because I don't know if anybody, because obviously the aquarium here is Kelly Tarleton's, and what they've done, if you haven't been, I suggest you go, because they've got this great big plastic tunnel, and they've put all the water on top, and with all the fish in it, and you stand on a little conveyor belt, and all the sharks look at you as you go past. It's like a sushi bar in reverse. The thing that gets me, actually, are the octopuses, because the marine biologist discovered that his crayfish were going missing. And so he put a CCTV camera in the aquarium, and they filmed at night the octopus got out of its tank, used its suckers to squidge down the tank, dragged itself across the floor, used its suckers to climb into something else's tank, ate what was in the tank, and then was back in the right tank by morning. And then the marine biologist comes in, he's like, what is up with this? Where is my crayfish? And there's just like the octopus in there pointing at the piranha. So, yeah, I wheeled her up to the kiosk. It was quite good. I had a little sort of mummy in a little wheelchair, and I kind of wheeled her up to the kiosk. And the woman behind the kiosk, oh, she was so PC. She was lovely. She looked straight in my mum's eyes, and she thought, yep, compos mentis. Looked straight in my eyes, thought, went back down here and went, hello, 2 adult tickets, 4 Kelly Tarletons. That's $52, please. And my mum spoke, and she went, don't let the penguins bite my knees. Yeah, just take her in. It's sad when they get like that, isn't it? She's not going to remember a thing. I was like, yeah, and she smells of piss. Like most immigrants, when I got here, I lived in Mount Roskill. I like Mount Roskill. It's a great place. We have a local dish, which is curried guy wonton sashimi. And when I lived there, it came with peas and gravy. I did actually move here with somebody I was massively in love with, but I will tell you more about that later. What kind of happened was, though, I love living in a diverse place, but it can lead to misunderstandings and problems. Like, I was in the bar, and I was kind of sat down, and there was this pair of girls next to me, and they were talking, but they were talking in a language that I couldn't understand, but I knew they were talking about me. Every girl in the room. We have a thing, don't we, ladies? We know, yes, she's nodding sagely. We know if you're talking about us, right? And they were doing that whole kind of like secret best mate language thing. They were kind of like going about, she gives blowies to tramps outside McDonald's. That? I'm like, I haven't seen you around McDonald's. My mate, do you know what my mate said? My mate said that I always go for scruffy guys. She said that, like, I always try to date dudes who look homeless. I was like, cheers, I am a hobosexual. But, like, so they're kind of talking, and then she goes, bang, like that. And I'm like, oh, you mustachioed bitch. She's showing off to her mate. I'm like, I'm going to rip that hair off your top lip. And I was like, no, I'm not going to be the Brit abroad. Do you know what I mean? I'll just keep quiet. And then she came, bang. And I'm like, oh! So I kind of turned around and went, yeah, right, if you got a problem, I'm fucking stood here. If you want to say something, just come out with it. And she ignored me. So, yeah, I like the ooh. So I very carefully slapped her in the back of the head just to get her attention, right? And the guy chucks me out the bar. And he said to me, don't you feel guilty about what you did? I said, no, I have no problem with smacking a deaf girl. I had a thought, right, if there are two deaf girls in a forest smacking each other and there's no one else around, does it make a sound? Would anybody watch a porn film like that? And if you're a dude, right, and you shot your load into a deaf girl's ear, go with me. Is that safe sex because nothing's gone through? Fuck, you're my type of crowd. It's okay if you are a little bit worried. If you're yeah, hello. Right, it's okay. My dad's half deaf, which makes me quarter deaf. It's all good.